Hello children, today we are going to read pages 13 to page 18 of our Reader Survival Adventure. But before we begin, let me give you a recap of the previous lesson. I hope you remember that Amy, she was wandering in the woods and her foot got caught in a trap. She called out for help. Little Fox was close by and he was collecting honey. He couldn't find any honey because there was a bear in the woods who had taken all the honey. And then finally Little Fox reached the place where Amy was and he tried to help her by trying to open the trap in which her foot was caught, but he was not strong enough. He needed a lot of strength to do this and he was not strong enough to open it. Alright, now let's turn to page 13. The bear was a long way away, but he heard Amy shouting too. He stood on his hind legs and sniffed the air. Hind legs meaning a bear has like 4 legs, and he was standing on his back legs, and then he stood on his back legs and he sniffed. The bear could smell Amy and Little Fox. He was a bad-tempered bear. He didn't like people in his part of the wood. The magic key took Biff, Chip and Wilf to the woods where Little Fox was helping Amy. Little Fox and Amy were amazed. They had never seen children like these before. Alright, now if you look at the picture on page 14 and 15, you can see that the clothes Biff, Chip and Wilf are wearing are very different from the clothes Amy and Little Fox are wearing. So Amy and Little Fox were amazed, really surprised to see these children because they had never seen such people, they had never seen such clothes before. And as I told you earlier, that the magic key has taken them into a different world. They've taken them back in time, the olden days. So this was the reason why Little Fox and Amy was so amazed to see Biff, Chip and Wilf. Now Biff, Chip and Wilf were amazed too, so they felt the same way. It looks like they're in trouble, said Chip. The children could see that Amy was caught in the trap. They ran to help Little Fox. Together they pulled open the jaws of the trap. Ah, said Chip, what a horrid thing. The trappers use them to catch animals, said Little Fox. Traps like this are cruel. And who are trappers? Well, trappers are people who catch wild animals, usually for selling their fur. Alright, and of course, Little Fox is saying that traps like this are cruel. They are cruel because they cause a lot of pain and suffering to the animals. The trap had hurt Amy's leg. Wilf put a bandage on it. Biff and Little Fox smashed the trap with a rock. It's a good idea to smash the trap, said Little Fox. But we shouldn't make all this noise. The bear will hear us. Suddenly the children heard a roar. The bear came out of the trees and ran towards them. All the children were frightened. Oh, help, shouted Wilf. This bear doesn't look very friendly. Run! I can't run, said Amy. Biff had an idea. She opened the umbrella and shut it. Then she opened it and spun it round and round. The bear stopped. He was afraid of the umbrella. He had never seen anything like it. Then he gave a roar and ran away. So we'll stop here. Next week we will continue reading from page 19. I hope you enjoyed reading these pages with me because I enjoyed them. Now at the end of this lesson, as you have read these pages 13 to 18, I have a few questions for you. You don't have to write them down. You don't have to write the answers down. You just discuss them orally with your parents or your siblings. Question number 1 is, why were Biff, Chip and Wilf amazed to see Amy and Little Fox? Question number 2 is, why was it a good idea to smash the trap? We will meet again next week. Till then, goodbye.